Alright guys, Paco Slim here with the Pack Opinion. Today I'm doing a video called Why Watchmen Characters Will Not Be an Injustice. I'm not doing this to be rude. What I'm doing is I'm explaining reasons why people I don't think should expect them to be there. So it's kind of this thing where they are DC characters, kind of, but not necessarily. The story of Watchmen is, initially Alan Moore wanted to make a story with several DC characters, but for one reason or another could not. So he went away from the DC label and made his own comic, and it turned out really well. And it was The Watchmen, and it did very well, as most people know, so that story's that. So years later, DC said, oh, this went really well, we're gonna buy this. So they bought the property, and the rest is history. But the thing with Watchmen is they are not characters in the DC universe. What they did with Watchmen is they kept it its own universe. Because he wanted to use certain characters from a story that he couldn't use because he wasn't under DC at the time, he made his own versions of the characters. For example, Rorschach is completely based off of The Question. Their designs are almost identical except for their face and maybe the color of their suits. The character of Dr. Manhattan is based off of Captain Atom. Both are extremely powerful beings that could pretty much blow everything up. They're really powerful. Their backstories are different, but they have very similar powers. Night Owl is based on the second Blue Beetle, but people often mistake him for being based off Batman. It's understandable, but he's Night Owl, and he's based off of Blue Beetle. I can go on with this, but I think the only character of The Watchmen that is not based on any DC character is Spectre. All of that said, this is a DC Universe game, and it is intended for the characters to be from the DC Universe. DC did not put Watchmen into the regular continuity. They are keeping it its own thing, and that is the reason why these characters will not be an injustice. Now, DLC is another topic. They could easily work them in with DLC, but Alan Moore doesn't like people using his characters, and he doesn't like them actually making interpretations of his stories, but he's not going to do anything against it. He'll disapprove of it, sure, he's just not going to do anything. He has not liked any interpretation of his stories made to film, not even Watchmen the movie or League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, especially not that. And I don't know if anyone's actually asked his opinion on the before Watchmen stories, but I assume he doesn't like those because, doesn't like his material being tampered with. All of that, though, is besides the point. Okay, so I think I've explained myself. In the end, it was a little rambly, but I think you get the gist of what I'm saying. It has nothing to do with me not liking the characters. I like the Watchmen characters perfectly fine, but I'm saying, why would they use the copies when they could use the original characters? That's all I'm saying. So, leave your opinion below and see ya.